Hello, everyone. This is Sherry, and this is Soul Conscious, and this is going to be your soul weather weekend forecast, where we're going to go ahead and do a general overall message. And this is a general message, so it's for anyone, and you have to take into account, since it's a general message, only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This message is also timeless, so whenever you find it, there's probably something in it that's meant for you based on the timeline that you're in right now. So just keep that in mind. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and jump right in, and we're going to see what the universe wants to talk about for this weekend. What do we feel this weekend? What are we going to be feeling? What's going to be our mood? What are we going to be looking forward to experiencing, maybe on an emotional or physical level? Just anything that wants to come out, that the universe wants to talk about. So what I'm seeing is a need for balance around love, maybe some forgiveness. We just had the new moon in Pisces. If you're watching this at the time it was published, and with that energy, it's a time of forgiveness, a time of universal love or unconditional love, depending on where you are, in your situation right now in life. So if you're, depending on what situations you're confronting right now in your life, there may be something that's calling for forgiveness from you. There might be, what I'm seeing here is something that may require some judgment, or, also some more equal give and take, mostly around love, a love situation. I see a need for forgiveness in a situation, probably concerning, most likely a romantic partner, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So one of the other things I feel is real important at this time is a need for self-care and self-love, which is something that's kind of been an ongoing message over the last month. This is a good time of the year where you might want to take a moment and start putting into practice some kind of regular routine around self-care, whether that be, occasional massages, or going to the chiropractor, to the gym, maybe going out now that the weather's getting nicer in most places, going out for walks, anything that helps, ground you and bring you a little bit of more peace, and just, that self-love, that self-care. Because when we take a moment to just kind of take our mind off of the worldly troubles that we have, that we're experiencing right now, that kind of gives us this kind of moment where we can really just let go, and let whatever wants to come up, experience whatever we need to experience. So if there's something that you've been tossing and turning about and you're just not sure how to move past that, finding time to be quiet for a moment usually allows that to come through. Dreams are an awesome, amazing way to experience or get solutions to problems that we may be tossing and turning, or that may be going over and over in our minds that we're not sure how to resolve. That the answers to those problems can come through in dreams or in times when we're quiet. That's why a lot of people like to do meditation, because it gives them that moment to, clear their mind or not have their mind on other things, the daily, grind, so to speak, that causes this chaos and confusion in your mind. Also, if there's things like, there's moments throughout your day that you notice that you have negative self-talk, or that you kind of beat yourself up. These are where this is where I feel like some of this forgiveness and self-forgiveness, like during this new moon season, is really, really important. It's really about, seeing in yourself, when you're experiencing these moments that you're maybe being too critical or judgmental of yourself, or being too hard on yourself. And when you're hard on yourself like that, and you judge and criticize yourself, or you talk to yourself negatively, that gets embedded into your soul, and you start believing it. And when you start believing it, that's what, you start enacting that out into the world, and it becomes your reality. So it's very, very important, very extremely important, to realize when you're criticizing and judging yourself, and when you're saying negative things to yourself, and changing that script. That's where, self-love, that forgiveness, self-forgiveness, and that unconditional love, not only for other people, but for yourself, comes into play. It's so important that, we take care of ourselves and love ourselves just as much as we love other people. Sometimes we forget about that. We forget how important it is to take care of ourselves in that manner, and that includes the way we talk to ourselves, or the way we think about ourselves, because that really does become a part of who we are, and becomes our reality. So if you believe it, you're going to be it. So just keep that in mind. And I think that's really the overall messages that want to come through for this weekend. We're going to go ahead and pull a mood card, an emoji card, and then see if there's anything else that want to come through on my fun little drawn cards that may want to add to this message. But I think this is the important message that wanted to come through. It looks like our overall mood for the weekend is feeling pretty good. And I mean, with the weather being the way it's been, we've had some everywhere has different weather. So I can say it's been good weather here, but it may not be, depending on where you are when you're watching this, it may not be great weather for you. But it looks like definitely, it's definitely a good time to just have, get in this kind of a mood, feel good about yourself and where you are right now. And if you don't, forgive yourself and know that you can change your circumstances, and you can make your life whatever you want it to be. You just have to believe it, and you have to tell yourself, the things that you need to tell yourself to make your reality the reality you want to see for yourself. And I see, look at this, I have, well, this is, time, which almost I kind of get this a play on this judgment card there, kind of going with that. But I also see maybe, I have the money card here, which means that there could be some unexpected, because I also have kind of a victory card, some, maybe some unexpected money that shows up on your doorstep this weekend from an unexpected place. Who knows, always things can happen. You could get a refund from something, or where you find money you didn't realize that you had somewhere, or lots of different ways that we can get random money. I mean, it could be as simple as just finding some loose change somewhere you didn't expect. But that's what that signifies. That's what I'm getting, is that there's a possibility that you might get a little bit of extra money that might come from an unexpected place this weekend. So that's a kind of a good note to end things on. And remember, like I said, to take care of yourself. Self-care and self-love is so important, because when we do that, when we learn how to love ourselves, then we also learn how to love others, because the way we love ourselves is an expression outwardly of how we treat and love others. So you have to keep that in mind. If we don't treat ourselves good, how can we treat somebody else good as well? When we're so hard on ourselves, how can we expect to treat someone else well? So I think that's the message that wanted to come through, that's important for this weekend. And that's going to wrap up our soul weather weekend forecast. If you like this message, please hit that like button, because it helps my channel grow, as well as subscribe so you can get and see some more of the videos as I post them, because I do a few a week. And I look forward to you joining me. I hope you have a great day wherever you are in the world. Joy, love, and light. See ya.